I had seriously considered not buying another four-wheel drive and walking away from this whole thing. I've always said, my thing has always been, I'll keep doing YouTube for as long as I enjoy it. Because it was the end of 2023, about 2 years ago now, that I'd started to really not enjoy YouTube, but actually not enjoy camping, not enjoy going out, not enjoy even watching videos, watching YouTube videos, camping videos. It pretty much got to the point where I started to resent the whole thing, the entire industry or scene or whatever you want to call it. I'd lost what I was doing it for. I'd lost that connection to just this. I forgot about this. I forgot about just the primitive part of just rolling in exactly like what I've done now. A little bit of a drive. All the simple things, just so simple. The essentials of camping. The essentials of bonding with camping and connecting with it and remembering, oh yeah, this is why we enjoy it. Rolling through the bush with the window down, smelling the air, lighting a little fire, pulling up somewhere, enjoying the surroundings. It was about time, it's been nearly 2 years now, I thought it was about time that maybe not so much that I feel like I need to explain myself to anyone, but I reckon maybe more for me, just like up in here, it's time to maybe put it out there, talk about it, unpack it a bit, because I'm sort of figuring out what it was all about, for me personally. I think this industry has, it's taken a lot. It's taken more than it's given, maybe. Maybe it's got to that point where it's taken more than it's given. And for a lot of us, it's ruined it. It ruined it for me. The whole thing the whole monster it's turned into. I don't know, that might sound a little weird. Dramatic's the word I'm looking for. I started to resent it and it no longer gave me what I used to get out of it. Because of what it turned into, because it became enjoyable. I say this as someone who, on this side of it all, on this side of the camera, I couldn't separate myself from all the industry and over-analysing what it had turned into and obviously starting to resent it. I can remove myself from all of that and looking at it that way while being on this side of the camera and being so heavily invested. It's kind of hard to articulate. I have to be careful what I say here because I could unleash so hard. Like, how did something as wholesome and simple as something like sitting in the bush with a fire like I'm doing right now, listening to birds. How did that become so corrupted with big industry, big money, big rigs? And it's not about hating on anyone individually that has been able to attain such things in their own right. It's about what kind of beast and monster it's turned into as a whole, and the exploitation. Like all these girls that are just using the industry just to flog their OF, or man, I'm trying to be so careful with what I say, or just something like what YouTube videos have become now, with the clickbaity titles and the catchy clickbaity thumbnails, and it's a basket case. I hate it. It is so lame. It's become a pissing contest. It's become a circle jerk. It is a bunch of so-called influencers just trying to better each other, pinning their identity on all this crap, on all this nonsense and hype. I'll maybe just leave it there. Moving into this year, I think it's after figuring out a bit of a formula for what works for me personally, which has been diet, moving more, so on and so on, taking a break from camping to figure it all out in my head, and just reevaluating what it all sort of means to me and Kelly as well. This year has been mostly me trying to reconnect back with this again, reconnect back with going bush, being out here, being in nature, what it all means, what was it all that I was drawn to in the first place, what did it all give me back in the days when I did thoroughly enjoy it. And I've not been out heaps this year, but I've definitely been out more this year than I was last year. And Kelly and I have been out a lot more. Kelly got out once. We got out once last year together. And this year we've been out a lot more, and we've got a trip planned coming up, start of October. Just a couple of nights for us. And Kelly booked that. So she's excited as well. She's keen to get back out. I'm getting out with... I'm going back to basics. I'm going back to what it was I used to do and used to enjoy before I pulled cameras out. And I think that's been really important for me to do that, because I'm going out with mates. I'm going out with guys that I enjoy their company, they enjoy my company, and I can trust being around them. I think that's a big deal too, being able to trust the company that you're with. I'm just finding that I'm slowly falling back in love with it again, and I've reconnected back with why I come out here. Something just as primitive as a little fire on the ground, and listen to the wind whistle through the leaves of the trees and the birds chirping away. I'm reconnecting back with all that and back with nature, and I'm getting used to this thing now as well, the car. It's a Patrol, but it's nothing like the last one. It's got its own little quirks and things that I've had to get used to, and just getting confidence in it and not overanalyzing any little different noise that I hear. Or this year has been about that. It's loving it all again. Big thing for me as well has been just turning down the noise from all the industry stuff, because that had really got in my head. Like I'd mentioned earlier, it had ruined it for me. And when you are doing your best to make a video that is trying to promote being out in the bush and not promote yourself, or not promote a brand, or not be obnoxious and out there, you lose the joy in competing with all that kind of stuff pretty quick. All these influencers and so on, I don't hate you, I think you're idiots. Except for a few. You'll know who I'm talking about. If you really know me, you'll know that there's a cool little group of guys that I love, and there's guys on the tube that have got big and they're doing awesome things. And I've got really good mates that are about as big as it gets in the whole industry. I really don't know what else there is to say. The positive is that I'm finding the joy in all this again, and I feel like I've found where I belong again, which has been a big thing, because I spent a lot of last year not knowing where I belong, who I am, questioning everything. And I don't think that's got anything to do with this. I think that's just personal development, a result of me digging deep and truly trying to work on myself. I think if I could maybe leave it on one positive thought, it's that when you find your group, when you find the people that you're comfortable with and that have got your back and you've got theirs and you can trust in them, there's not many other things in life that compare to that. The hell with what people think. If you find your group that are building you up and that you're comfortable with and you trust, that's everything in life. And the hell with everyone else, really. I'll leave it there. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bit of a different video. I hope it wasn't too hard to listen through. I'll catch you all on the next one. Take it easy. Be safe out there. Enjoy camping. Bye.